she's not going to be able to join us.
Okay.
Before we start, and the server is up for Kai if you haven't already. You have, okay. I think we need to discuss scheduling, just briefly at least. I know, Hind, your schedule changed. That's the reason we're doing this at 6 today. You guys had some stuff going on the last couple of weeks that couldn't be helped, so... And next week, my understanding is you guys aren't going to be able to make next week, right?
Right. So we have in-person next week. I don't have anything down for the 28th, but I've... Oh, right, Thanksgiving stuff.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be a good idea to try to play on the 28th. Like, I won't have anything personally going on, but I don't expect that to be the case for everyone, and so I don't even think it's worth trying.
Yeah, so I don't have anything down after that. So if you wanted to try 5th or the 12th or the 19th.
See, that's the thing. We've in the past tried to do December, and it hasn't worked out for us in the past, and maybe this year's different. I don't know. But do you guys want to try to do anything between now and then, or should we just leave it alone and come back to it in January? We're still going to play tonight. I'm just saying for after this.
The only thing that I would be doing in December is visiting family, but if I do go, that would be some combination of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Saturday would still be open.
Melania, how do you and Drax feel about it?
It's fine. Would we be doing 6 o'clock though instead of 2?
Hind?
Yeah, this is my schedule for the time being. We can, we can aim for this maybe a little bit earlier if we need to.
So I'll say this about it. The big problem, in my opinion, is it falls right at about dinner time. And personally, I'm fine skipping a meal and coming at it at like when I finish or having something early. I'm fine doing that, but I don't expect that from everyone else. However you guys feel about that, but it can't be helped, and that's okay. But
we could always start a little bit later too, if that's not a problem.
Well, my issue with starting later is the later we start, the later we run.
Yeah.
And like I don't have anything going on Sundays, and I don't know who may, but.
I got my guitar.
That's right. Yeah.
How's that going, by the way?
Slowly. I'm getting better at learning more. We're doing mostly music theory kind of stuff, so like scales and how they work together. I don't practice enough.
I definitely understand that. That was always my issue with trying to learn an instrument.
Takes a lot of passion.
Yeah, it does. I just didn't have it. Unfortunately, I had a problem where I had a teacher that was just... I'm not going to say things that are bad about the dead. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh, shit. You killed them? They were that bad?
No!
God damn, Jason. Jesus.
Y'all are awful.
You killed him?
I did not enjoy his class, I'll say that.
Oh, but he didn't enjoy after class, that's for sure.
Whoa.
Wow.
Don't worry, Kazan, I won't tell anybody.
I hope not. I gotta be careful how I word things around you guys. God help me.
Got him.
So, the way I'm looking at it, though, as far as scheduling, I think this time till the time we've got set, unless something happens to make that not work for anybody, let's just keep it as it is.
Okay.
So 6 till 10 Central. I guess that's 9 till what? I've got it written down. Excuse me, 5 till 9 Mountain, and I think Kylie is Eastern, but it's all up there in announcements. So let's try for the 5th, the 12th, or the 19th, and if we can't make one of them for any reason, that's fine. If we can't make two of them for any reason, that's fine. If we can't make any of them, yeah, we'll just come back to it in January. So
Okay, so
I'm not going to try the 26th. The 26th being the day after Christmas, I don't think is an option.
Yeah.
But
Well, Drax and I are gonna try to get a Twilight Imperium game in at some point.
okay.
But yeah, I can put in a soft silence or soft uncommon on those 3 weeks, and we'll see what happens.
All right. And like I said, if we need to just say that it's going to just be two of them and something else is going to happen on the third, that's fine. But, however it works out or doesn't work out,
Over the next few days, I'll get with people and see which of those 3 works best for Twilight Imperium, and then
Sure.
we'll make the other 2 uncommon.
Are you
If
talking
it's-
a real life game or
Real life game.
yeah, okay.
We haven't got to use our printouts yet.
Okay.
I'm always down to do one online as well.
Right.
We just got to plan ahead for it.
Sure. Well, just keep me penciled in for that if you.
Yeah,
if
of
it,
course.
comes up.
You've got a spot always.
Cool. Thank you.
Of course.
So, anybody have anything they want to say before I kick us off here?
Someone at the dentist?
Oh, sorry.
Uh,
It's my vape.
Actually, I do want to say one thing. Before we continue this, how are you guys feeling about this particular campaign as it is right now? Is there anything that I need to change, or is there anything anybody doesn't understand, or
Too many orcs.
Needs more dentist.
More dental hygienist orcs.
No, I like it. I'm enjoying it. I don't know. I'm not sure where it's gonna go after this, but
So I'll say this. I told this to Kalania earlier, and we're basically right at what I consider the end of the prologue for this.
oh, okay.
So
You
there's
got that
more
much
orcs.
planned out.
Yeah. It's like I said, I have had on my desktop for months multiple folders with, I think it's something like 400 files, including pictures and text files and all sorts of PDFs and everything.
Individual orcs.
I have a ton of stuff. I have individual orcs named that you haven't even met yet.
God, I was kidding.
I'm not. And for the record, it's not all orcs. I want to put that out there too. I said at the beginning in their session 0, there are some half orcs. I said at the beginning of this that this is, how did I put it? I don't remember exactly how I put it, but this is a quote human story, and what I mean by that is it's less fantastical. It's centered in and around the city of Waterdeep and this area. We're not probably going to go bouncing around the countryside like we did with Rise of Tiamat, but with that we went halfway across the continent. My intention is to keep this fairly localized in the Sword Coast area around. But anyway, I like I said, I'm not trying to give anything away. It's just I wanted to make sure that everyone was on the same page with where we were and what this is. And there are elements of an investigation that you guys already have clues for, and I'll just leave it at that.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Sounds good to
Well,
me, man.
With that said, Drax, you're kind of quiet. Are you okay? I know
Yeah,
you said
I'm
you were
good.
tired.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm a little out of it.
Understood.
All is well, though.
I agree.
Do you need me to stop early tonight, or?
No.
Okay. If that changes, let me know. I don't want you falling asleep at the keyboard.
I've got coffee. We're all right.
All right, cool. All right. You guys were in Keldell yesterday. Bartholomew and Jinx visited Gelkin's magic shop, where they met the transmutation wizard Gelkin the Great, and his apprentice, who seemed to be the one that knew where everything was and what it was worth. Bartholomew purchased a few spell scrolls, including a prestidigitation scroll for Jinx. Meanwhile, Seraphima and Mortimer visited the market, where Seraphima approached her mother. Excuse me, Heinrich, are you recording?
Yes.
I don't know if you're... Okay, cool. Approached her mother, Danica, and spoke to her for the first time since she's left 15 years ago. Danica was shocked and fainted, leading her son, Miles, to run over and see what happened. Seraphina was just as surprised to find out that she had a little brother as her mother was to see her again. The group then met at the Stag at Rest Tavern and spoke to the owner, Delgara Dawntsword. Over a few drinks before going together to Seraphima's childhood home. Damn, I wrote a tongue twister. To see her father, Boral. The reunion was somewhat tense, with Boral surprised at Seraphima's return and seemingly embarrassed by Miles assisting his mother in the kitchen. Again, I will say that guy is probably the hardest NPC I've ever played. In the middle of the family reunion, though, Todrin, along with Inna and Savra Bellabranta, flew into Keldel and warned everyone that orcs were coming and would be here by nightfall. After some discussion, the town speaker, Bjorn, issued an evacuation of Keldel into the Westwood. Orcs of the Shatterteeth tribe stopped on the outskirts of Keldel, where their chief Grublik called out to the Hellscorcher Margaster. Called you out by name, Drax. To come out and face him. Grublik had been horribly scarred by Bartholomew's evocation magic and sought revenge. He announced, "We can do fire too," and a volley after volley of fire arrows fell upon Keldel and the surrounding forest. You fought atop the cliff to the north of the village, while the people of Keldel escaped to the south, and you are currently cut off from them. You are on the north side of what used to be Keldel, and the refugees have all run southward. Keldel and the forest are in flames. Give me 1 minute here. You're all standing at the outer edge of the woods on the north side of Keldel. As you look to the south, back the way you came, you can see that the flames are still spreading, and there's thick smoke rising into the air that's blotting out the stars in the southern skies. What do you want to do?
Well, I'm tired. That was a mess.
As am I.
Oh wow, I'm fucking blanking on her name. Give me a
Whose name?
second. Give me a second. Anna.
It's Mortimer, but I'm a man.
Anna is here, right, with her sister?
The last you guys saw, Inna and Savra were both riding their griffins in the air over this town. You have not seen them since you guys took off into the forest and came out the other side.
Okay, well, the way I see it, we got two paths ahead of us. We can report to the Black Staff and try to call in bigger reinforcements or see what she has planned, or we can try to regroup with the refugees of that poor town back there and try to make sure they get somewhere safe. I'm not really sure the quickest way to do either of those things right now. What do y'all think?
Is it the town keeping track of them?
The what? The town that's burning right now?
Well, I mean, I look back. Oh, I mean, yeah, certainly there's some sort of municipality that could help.
I doubt it. I'd figure most of the people in that town are gonna be looking for a new home.
I hope
You
so.
guys know that they were... All of the refugees from Amphale and from Keldel were headed into the Westwood And with Mariana and Rhea and the speaker Bjorn from Keldel, they were all supposed to be looking for an elven village in the woods.
Yeah, What if the elves aren't open to help those people? I don't know if they would be able to find an elven
Todrin, specifically, roll me a history check.
history check. Blam. Oh, I was almost to
Okay. Wood elves in particular are very reclusive.
Yeah,
It's hard to find an elven village unless they want you to find it.
exactly what I was afraid of.
And there is a distinct possibility that they might turn them away. It's possible that they would let them in, especially if they were being chased by orcs, they might intervene, but it's hard to say. It could go either way.
The only reason I considered it a feasible option was because Seraphima made it sound like this town was pretty familiar with them, or at least she was, but the more I think about
We'll
it,
say she's with you guys also, and
yeah.
Keldel and Lyanora is the name of the elven village. Lyanora.
Leonard.
Keldel and Lyanora have a friendly relationship, like for trade and things like that, but it's not necessarily so friendly that Keldel doesn't even really know where Lyanora is exactly.
Gotcha.
The wood elves of the Westwood are pretty secretive.
I think before
Fairly-
we... Oh, go ahead.
Fairly certain I'm a forest gnome. I just can't see the word forest anywhere.
That is strange. Or indeed forest. I don't know why it doesn't say that. I put it on your race thing if that helps you.
Yeah, so I mean, using that, can I use the speak with small beasts to see if they have any idea where the elven village might be?
Go ahead and roll me either survival or just a perception check, whichever one's better for you, just to even find one. Because right now, most animals are trying to get away from that fire.
We did help that one family of bunnies. Maybe they can talk to us before they run away.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
perfect.
Nice. First roll of the
Natural
night.
20.
Mortimer, indeed, those bunnies are right there.
Hello, little bunnies. We are looking for the wood elves. And I stand on my tippy toes and I pull my ears up, and then I kind of make a really silly face. They look like this.
One of the rabbits kind of looks to the other and he says, "Is he making fun of me?" And the other one looks to the back and says, "I don't think so." They go, and both of them kind of twitch their ears and they go,
I believe
What-
one of them is a wood elf. Take us to your house.
they kind of
Take
look
us
at each
to your
other again
leader.
and they say, "There's a lot of fire though."
Speaking of fire,
Here's the
does
thing,
fire
you're
look
talking
like
about
it's
a-
spreading towards us still.
It is, but it's not as you're in a not as heavily wooded area right now. You're like on the outside edge. The fire is still spreading. It's just you're at a pace where you can outwalk it right now. Here's the thing, you're talking about a small woodland creature in an area that the Westwood is hundreds of miles across.
I mean,
They
surely the
don't
elves would
really
have
know.
punted him back and forth. Todrin, use your helmet to create a fire break to protect us from the fire. Just like dig a little trough.
Oh, you mean like one of those holes in the ground? Yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
Well, then we'll die.
Yeah.
Thank you, rabbits. You've done your best.
I guess
Westwood
I'll
is-
just die.
The Westwood is like it's a couple of hundred square miles, and we're talking an animal that doesn't have a very long range, particularly speaking.
I pick it up and I use it as a divining rod as I spin around to see if it reacts to any
The
specific
rabbit?
direction. Yeah.
I don't.
The rabbit tries to kick you and away from you as you're spinning it around in circles and making him sick.
I don't.
Whichever direction he was kicking the hardest, then that's the direction we should go.
Well,
Drax, unrelated. Roll me a d12.
Unrelated.
I love unrelated rolls. Unrelated.
7.
Okay.
Find yourself in the Underdark.
Yay. Oh.
All right.
Oh.
So,
Meow.
as Mortimer is currently spinning a rabbit around in circles, Tavern and Bart, roll me a perception check.
Perception check.
19.
Okay. Bart, you're the one that hears an orcish war horn coming from the southwest.
Is that the way we ran from?
Yeah.
Alright, well. Regardless of what we're doing, I
Sounds
think
pretty
we
close.
should vacate the area. The orcs are still looking for us, it sounds.
Right. As we're going, we should try to figure out a way to signal Anna and her sister. They're our only method of speedy transportation here. And whether we just find the villagers or try to find Leonora, we're gonna need them. So we start running away, but what can I do here?
Do any of you have anything you'd like to use to try to signal them?
I'm looking.
I have this rabbit.
It's a rabbit. You should probably put that down. He doesn't look like he's having a good time. How far? I'll put my hand on Azure Edge. How far out can I throw you and you still return?
Give me 1 second. I gotta check that.
I guess. Is that a thing I have?
It's under up to 180 feet.
Holy
That's the long range.
shit.
So yeah, you hear almost a little quiet from her. She says, quite a bit of distance.
How about I throw you straight up and you glow nice and bright for me?
If she could smile, you'd think you kind of sense that in her voice, and she says, "Let's do it."
Thanks, doll. And I'm gonna lean back, point my right arm straight up in the air, and launch her.
All right. So you guys watch as it's kind of like in the Thor movie where he kind of swings it around a few times and throws it straight up in the air, and she just glows this bright blue color as she just goes like a meteor straight up in the air. And at the apex, I guess is the word, at the peak of the throw, you hear the screech of an eagle.
Perfect.
Do I see it coming for the rabbit? Is that what's happening?
I was just about to kill the rabbit too.
What you do see though is that there are again it's the middle of the night, but you do see shadows of 2 griffins flying your direction, like they were waiting for a signal. They were looking for you guys.
Perfect.
And at once at this point you can see that both begin descending, and it's not long before you can make out the wings, and both of them land like side by side, just boom, boom, on the other side of you guys. And Inna and Savra dismount. And Inna comes up to you. She says, "Thanks to God you're okay. We've got to get out of here. There's a lot of orcs headed this way, and the others are still looting what's left of the village."
Right. How many of us could you carry on your steeds?
She looks to Savra, and Savra kind of looks at you guys, and they both give this look of each other, like, "We could both carry one of you. If we could double up with the little one there."
I could ride my horse and follow y'all.
Someone might get left behind, and then I'm just gonna say, just for the sake of, I'm gonna play Seraphima for a second here. She is a druid, so she could turn into a small animal,
Oh, right.
and that will lessen the weight significantly. So you guys would be able to, Todrin, they could carry you on one, and Bart, you and Mortimer could double up with Savra, and Todrin, you're going to be carrying Seraphima as, let's say, a cat.
She can't fly yet?
No, not yet.
That's like level 6.
Oh.
Yeah. I
Level
think it
7? We are level
is it-
6.
I think is it flying creatures at 7 or 8? Let me check real
It's
quick. because
swimming creatures at 6, I think.
You're right. I think you are right. Yeah. I'm going to look it up real quick here, just to. Yep, level 8 is flying speeds. So you're a little far out for that. 2 more levels till she can fly.
Dang.
So yeah, they get you guys both on board, or all 4 of you on board the Griffins, and she says, where do we want to go? The refugees went south, or is that where we're headed?
Yeah, I want to make sure my sister's okay. I think, at the very least, we find them. I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there.
Well, if any of them are carrying torches or light a campfire for the night, we'll find them. And she reaches over and kind of scratches Moxie behind the ears and says, "They can't see in the dark, but they've still got the sharpest eyes around."
All
And
right.
so, with that, you guys go airborne.
Excellent.
Second here for music. And so with that, the wings beat of these, griffins are much bigger than your horse, really, Todrin. It's, with the wingspan and everything, it's definitely beasts that are, they eat horses. Let's put it that way.
Jesus.
I'm not making that up. That's actually in the monster manuals.
Yeah.
So when these things take off, it's, all those fall leaves just scatter in the wind, and they lift up as if, carrying you guys is not that big of a deal to them. It would be to try and carry all, 4, but with Mortimer being as small as he is, and with Seraphima in the form of a small cat, it's not a problem. So they take off. You guys begin flying over the woods. They do fly over Keldel, just so you can get an aerial view of the damage. And it looks like everything is on fire. You can see, even in the darkness, just because there's so much fire and it's all lit up, you can see orcs moving around down there, and it looks like they're going through and probably taking what they can, but it's obvious that their first thought was burn everything. So anything they manage to get out of it is kind of a secondary concern. But they fly you guys south. And from up here, though, you can see this fire has spread in a significant radius around this village. But you do get to the other side of it. You're basically flying from one end of a forest fire to the other. And why don't all of you guys roll me perception checks?
Perception.
All right. Mortimer, looking down, after you guys have flown, I'm going to bring up the map here. Just give me a second here. You guys have flown basically from this side of Keldel, and now you're right about here. These things move far faster than even Todrin's horse could, just because they're flying and don't have to take detours and everything. But you can make out from this height there are multiple campfires down below you guys. It's not even midnight yet at this point.
How far
But
back would the orc hordes be?
given the distance that they traveled already that day, you get the feeling that they're probably not going to be able to keep going at this hour. They basically marched all day yesterday, so
That's
they're
true.
probably settling in for the night.
Cool. Good,
And
good, good.
I would say that when you guys flew over, you could see evidence of that also.
And one last question. Now that we've located the villagers, are they in roughly the direction that the rabbit indicated for Mortimer?
Roughly, yes. They're heading in a southern direction. They're actually seem to be
yeah.
following that river, the waterfall that led out of Keldel.
I'll be damned. Did you keep one of those feet? That thing was lucky.
Oh God.
Wow.
What,
It's
you
got
don't want to
4
share? Yeah,
over
I
there.
mean, it's got 4. Who needs 4 feet?
Actually, for a bipedal, that is a question.
I'm kidding, of course. You didn't keep that thing, did you?
Just imagine the griffin overhearing this conversation and going,
Wait, make a. Do we need to make a grapple roll against the rabbit?
"Oh God, are you still carrying the rabbit?"
I assume so.
Oh man, he's got a rabbit in one arm and a cat in the other.
Wow.
Okay.
Poor rabbit.
So Inna turns to you, Todrin, and when this has been pointed out below, she says, "Everybody, hang on. We'll find somewhere to land." And so they start looking for a clear
Gladly.
spot. They start circling, and the griffins give off that screech of an eagle, and so you can see there's the villagers down below that you can just make out with the campfires start moving. And as you get lower, you see some of them pointing up, like they know you guys are coming in. And they do find a spot to land pretty easily. And like I said, we're right about midnight at this point, so the eagles come in, or the griffins rather, come in for a landing right here at the camps. And the very next thing you know, Todrin, your sister, Mariana, is the first one to try and come out to you. She starts running, arms open, and just as you're hopping off of the griffin, expecting to turn around and have her there, it's Rhea.
Oh, weird.
Oh, God.
And Rhea throws her arms around you and just starts hugging you and kissing you. And she says, "I can't believe it. Are you okay? What happened back there?" And she's just all over you.
I'm stiff as a board. I'm so glad.
Yeah, you
so
are.
glad you're fine.
Bart, when you get off the griffin, you and Mortimer, you look over and you see Mariana kind of standing there like she got pushed out of the way by Rhea.
How you doing, sis?
Pretty good, I guess. She says, "Are they still back there? Are they still coming?"
I don't
Ooh.
think so. I think they're gonna crash pretty hard after that.
You see her kind of turn her head and look over her shoulder, and she says, "Jenks, where's Squidly?" And it's you see
no.
Jinx say, "No, he's here. And she says, "I haven't let those two out of my sight, not after last time."
That's a
Might be
good
for the
call.
best.
We do have a small problem though.
What is it?
We did a head count earlier. We're missing a few people. No one from Amphale. They're all here, but Speaker Bjorn said some of the people from Keldel are missing.
Where could they have gone?
I think they just got lost in the woods. We had a hell of a time getting through that forest fire with everybody. There's a few injuries,
Yes.
nothing major, but we did lose a few people. I don't know if they're alive or we can't really go back looking for them with that fire though.
Yes, that inferno is rather rampant.
We'll have to wait for the morning. It's too dangerous right now. You do think that they're far enough away from the forest fire that they should be okay.
Right. I don't know what to do about the missing people. If they have any forest craft folk, maybe they can do some scouting and see if they can find them in the morning, but I can't go
Well,
looking for strays right now.
Well, you all look exhausted, so just don't worry. We've already got people set up to watch for the night, but go ahead and get some sleep. We'll look for them in the morning.
Sounds like a good idea.
Todd Reyes still holding onto your arm.
Yeah, why don't y'all go on without me? I'll catch up. I want to help with the Griffins. They've been a big help over the last few days.
Todd, are you sure? This is Rhea. Are you sure?
Yeah, honestly,
I can stay. I can help.
actually, me and Moxie kind of have a thing going on. Like some one-on-one time with her, if you wouldn't mind.
Ina's kind of on the other side, trying to keep a straight face.
Wouldn't mind helping.
It's all right. Go on, go on.
Roll a deception, not persuasion,
Yep.
deception check.
Yep.
Kind of looks at the griffin and then back to you, kind of nods her head and says, "Okay, but I'll keep a spot open for you, okay?"
All right.
She kind of leans in, tries to kiss your cheek.
I just take it. Raise an eyebrow.
As she turns to go, you see Mariana just kind of. She's got this look on her face, just kind of grinning, and she says, she knows what you're doing. She knows all about the whole situation. She kind of says, she's been a lot of help, actually. She kind of just grins and turns to go.
That's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, I'll turn and kind of look like I'm keeping busy, but I'm just gonna make small talk with Enna.
Yeah.
Until they're all gone.
Quick AFK, I'll be right back.
Sure. Inna kind of reaches into one of the saddlebags on the griffin's saddle and passes a brush to you and says, "If you're gonna fake it, at least look like you're faking, or at least don't look like you're faking it."
What do I do with this?
She just says, "You've used a brush on a horse, I'm sure, haven't you?"
Why do griffins have feathers in my head? Don't they have
They
feathers?
have some feathers.
They have some feathers, yes. It's mostly from the shoulders up.
So I'm guessing avoid the feathers.
I'll get you a
with
picture.
This.
Yeah. She just nods her head. I'll get you a picture of one real quick, just a second.
Right. Okay. Now I remember. Yeah. Weird. You need two utensils for the hide. I guess you wouldn't even mess with the feathers.
I have got to have an image of all things. I have to have.
It's all
There's got to
good.
be one
I
griffin
remember
here
now.
somewhere.
It's a lion on the back half, right? Lion tail, lion paws.
Right.
Yeah. I've got this image, but this doesn't really help you.
I can see the tail. That's good enough.
Yeah. I'll tell you what I can do. I'll go get the one out of the monster manual real quick while I'm thinking about it. Here you go. That's better. So yeah, from like the front half is more of the eagle part, and the back half is the
Right.
lion part.
Gotcha.
And for the record, just to kind of put this out there, this is like the main variant of griffin. There are others that have, more of a, not necessarily lion so much as just a large other kind of cat, or different colors of eagle feathers, and so they don't all have the bald eagle look to them, but
Right. Okay.
most of the ones that like the griffin cavalry use do.
So yeah, I'll just turn to Anna. So, are you busy for the rest of the night?
No, I don't guess so. Why? What do you have in mind?
Well, you saved my ass more than once over the last few days, and I'd like to make it up to you if I could.
That's true.
I
She
got
kind of smiles.
I got a few ideas.
At this point, you can see Savra is putting something into a saddlebag, and she just kind of huffs and just says, "Just keep it down, will you?"
No promises. And I scoop up Anna and walk off into the trees.
Meanwhile, Bart, is there anything you want to do?
Sleep.
Sleep. I will.
Bart just ran for his life through
Yeah.
burning wood.
Yeah.
He's like, fuck this, I'm out.
I will say you can find a place, pretty easily. There's plenty of people all around, and do you have a? I'm sure you've got a bedroll in your inventory. No problem. You guys, I don't think any of you have tents or anything necessarily more private than the nearby shrubs, Todrin, but you can definitely find a spot to lay down your bedroll for the night.
Cool.
I'm gonna assume Kai is still away, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you guys a long rest,
Oh, yes.
or at least I'm sure Todrin will still get the mandatory
Oh, there's...
time for a for a long rest.
I mean, I wouldn't call most of it light activity, but for mechanical purposes, there's a lot of healing going on.
Wow.
I have a lot of lay on hands left in me.
If you didn't already have inspiration, I'd give it to you for that one.
Thank you.
That was good. That was good. Okay.
Sweet.
So, tell you what, Bart, roll me a d20, if you would, for the night.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm number one.
So none of you guys are necessarily keeping watch, but you are awakened in the middle of the night by some shouting.
Oh.
Basically, what you guys hear is just, it's loud, and it sounds like not necessarily a fight, but you can definitely hear some certain key words over the people that are trying to keep to sleep, or some of them are sitting up at campfires and couldn't sleep. But what you do hear is, there's one in the woods there. I've got him.
I'm gonna jump up, buck naked, and throw on the armor. I don't know how much is under that, but
we've discussed this before, that it's a gambeson, it's chainmail, it's the plate armor, it's the full thing.
yeah, but I
you
mean,
just don't have underwear on under it.
Yeah, I'm going
point right now.
Going commando.
Basically, yeah. It's like it's fully protective. We'll put it that way.
Yeah,
you're
I'm functionally
hanging out.
protected, but I'm not exactly comfortable.
Right.
And I'll run toward the shouting.
How about you, Bart?
I'm just gonna hang out and see what gets said.
Okay. Todrin, as you start running that direction, you can see there's a couple of a couple of the people from either Amphale or Keldel, either one, any of the refugees have bows out and they have arrows knocked, and you can see there are two guys that have a goblin pinned down in the ground, on the ground, face down. One of them's got his knee in its back and like holding it down, and you can see there are two more dead goblins that have. One of them's got arrows in him, and the other one looks like he was cut down with an axe.
Oh,
Like a tree.
And one of the militia guys looks up to you and he says, "Sorry, my lord, they were poking around the camp, but we got them."
it looks like excellent work. How far into the camp did they make it?
Just here on the outskirts. I think they were just. He kind of pokes him in the side and he says, "What are you doing here anyway?" The goblin just kind of mumbles into the dirt, and he's like got a mouthful of dirt.
How about you spit that out, little friend, and answer the man's questions?
Get off of me!
I'll gesture the guy back and pick up the goblin by the nape of the neck and just hold him up in the air. All right, little man. Got a few questions for you.
I didn't do it, I swear.
Right. Yeah, of course. Of course not. But how many of your other friends are here with you?
He kind of looks over his shoulder and he says, "Not anymore."
That was all of you?
Yes.
Do I believe his little ass?
Roll an insight check. He's a goblin. He's hard to tell.
I'm gonna trust you. I'm gonna assume you're telling the truth.
Really?
That doesn't happen often to you, does it?
God
I
damn
mean,
it,
not-
Jason.
Not really, no.
That's amazing. Oh shit, what do I do with this guy?
Let me go.
I
Huh?
look around at the other villagers. What do y'all think?
Kill him. He's a goblin. He goes, "And you're a human, so what?"
Persuasive little bugger. Oh hell. I can't just let him can't let you kill him in cold blood.
I like this guy.
But we can't let
can
you
heat him
go
up.
either.
Shit.
Mort, are you here with me?
Yes.
Oh, look at you. What do you think we should do with this little guy?
He kind of looks at you and he's starting to give you this big, pitiful dog, puppy eyes.
I asked Min Goblin if how many more there are in the woods around us.
Kind of surprised by that at first, and he goes, he says back to you in Goblin, in the chat there, if you.
Oh, okay. I'm like looking. I'm like, I can't read that. What's
Kylania does not speak Goblin.
Yeah.
Neither does Hindrick.
Kind of looking Hydrick. Does he look bloodthirsty at all?
Todd? No. Todd looks a
Or
little
Todd,
annoyed
yeah.
and also sad because he doesn't want to kill this thing and can't let it go.
You could
I'll,
actually just let me go. I mean, really, it's easy. Just put me down and I go.
I've just put a hand over his mouth.
Mm.
Go ahead, Mort.
we can't do that, unfortunately. How good can you cook?
That depends on how much you like rabbit.
So I'm still lying on my bedroll. At this point, I get up. I'm just like, what is going on? So I walk over and I'm just like, oh, a goblin, kill it.
Right, but
Stop
see,
making me laugh.
he's not a
Without
threat.
killing.
He's not a what?
Not a threat to us right now.
See?
one goblin isn't a threat, but if he gets away, he'll get other goblins, and that's where the threat comes in.
Then we
Oh,
best not let him
Claims
go.
to be alone.
But
For now.
I promise not to do that.
I just look at him. Sure you do. A goblin's promise is as good as a goat.
That's fair. But
Goats are useless except to be killed. So.
oh shit.
I don't know. I think we've got a new little pet for the time being.
Wait,
A
where?
pet. We can't trust it though.
Right. That's what rope is for. Maybe some chains. I'll look around.
Wait, rope.
I walk
Chase,
over
what?
to the goblin. Have you seen goblin teeth, Todrin?
Not. Hind honestly can't remember if we've fought any goblins before.
Yeah, I think you guys weren't there some during the
Just in
Trolltide
general,
slaughter?
you probably would have.
Yeah, I think you guys have fought some before.
I haven't
This
looked
guy
close.
is
Why?
gonna- He'll chew through the ropes. This guy's going to require constant supervision.
What about chains?
We could just take his teeth out.
Chains
What?
work.
What? He kind of looks at Mort.
What is the point?
I can't
Well, the teeth are
stomach
the points.
murdering this guy.
It's
I
not
like
murder.
him.
It's like stepping on a spider.
Hey, now wait a second.
He's a lot more verbal than my typical spider.
What if the spider could talk? Would you still hesitate to kill a spider?
The goblin looks at you, Todd, and says, "Some of my best friends are spiders."
Yeah,
Case in point.
you're not helping at all. Look, I'll take responsibility for this for the time being. I'll kind of shake him. Mort, you seen any chains laying around?
Would it help if I killed it?
No,
Why?
because
It's a goblin,
it's,
Todrin.
it's wrong, Bart.
Why is it wrong? Is it wrong to kill imps? Imps can speak.
Imps are attacking you.
Goblins would be attacking us if there was more of them. Goblins are just cowardly imps, Todrin.
I don't know. They got families.
He kind of looks at you and says, "What's an imp?"
A demon.
Yeah.
A devil, actually.
Like
but
you, honestly, but with red
semantics.
skin and a lot nastier. Maybe only a little nastier.
I like the idea of the chains, actually. I mean, that's better than the dead thing.
Hmm.
I just roll my eyes. All right. Well, make sure you keep an eye on it, Todrin.
I'm going to use my minor illusion cantrip to give him features of a spider.
What the fuck? Just like big eyes and
Yeah, just like multiple
Fur and
eyes and a couple
mandibles.
extra. Yeah.
Does the goblin know? Like, would he be able to see
Of
this,
course
or is
not.
it
Well,
just?
I mean, like if he looks down, maybe.
Ugh!
He
Oh
just-
god!
He just kind of looks up to you and says, "What?"
So could you step on that?
That does make it a little easier. God,
Wait,
that's
what?
hideous.
Hey, you're not such a good-looking guy. You say himself, you know.
I've already washed my hands of this. I'm walking back to my bedroll.
Alrighty, Bart. Listen, insulting me is not going to lengthen your lifespan at all. And then I'm going to lift him up and look straight into his eyes. If you give me any trouble, I will smash you.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage because they're serious about killing him.
Yeah.
Everybody in the camp is like, kill it. And you're like, ah.
I'm using inspiration for that.
Well, you've got advantage
I
on
mean-
the roll.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, it's almost a natural 20.
Almost.
It's
Still,
good.
21 against the goblin is, he's like, "Yes, sir. Not a word, sir."
Yeah, I mean, look at it this way. I'm your only friend in this world right now.
He kind of looks back at his dead friends and he goes, Point taken.
Alrighty, let's
Not
get
yet.
some chains. I'm gonna
Wait a
wrap this
second, did
sucker
I
up like a
see the other
football.
dead goblins?
What?
There's 2 other.
Yeah.
There's 2 goblins? There's
Yeah.
3 total?
They're dead. The other 2 are
Did I
dead.
see the other 2?
I mean, they
Because it's
were right
dark.
there, right?
Yeah, I'd say you'd probably see them. Because this all happened, like, right there.
I already walked away. I don't want to retcon.
That's okay. So,
Let's find some chains. I'm gonna wrap this sucker up like a football.
yeah,
A what?
not a whole lot in the way of chains. These people were bringing only the real necessities, so unless you've got chains or manacles, don't think any of them have any.
Shit.
Rope you can find.
Right. Well, Bart was right about that. Let's see here. What is a
You could
plate
hog tie
mail preening pouch? Oh, that's to clean plate mail. Okay.
You could hog tie it.
Yeah, I think I might have to. I know Hind always carried manacles, but I don't think Todd does. Yeah, I'm just gonna do my damnedest to tie this little sucker up in a way that he can't reach shit with his teeth, and then I'm gonna gag him and tie that gag in place as well.
Okay. Easy enough. He's scrawny, kind of squirms a bit, but you're big, tough, and you've got like what 95,000 strength. You easily overpower him, and yeah.
All right, little man. I just kind of tie him to the side of my pack for the morning. Yep, well said.
So wait, you're tying it to you?
Well, I've got him secured to the side of my pack so I can carry him in the morning.
Oh God. This is brilliant. Okay.
Now you keep it down. I got a lovely lady waiting for me, and if you do anything to ruin that, see previous threat.
You just hear Azure Edge go, you probably should really just kill him.
You too? Really?
It's a goblin!
I'm trying really hard to turn over a new leaf with this whole paladin thing, and y'all are making it really hard.
It's a goblin.
So, let's say for the rest of the evening, you guys passes uneventfully. No more shouting. No more goblins or anything. You are, however, awakened bright again, right at dawn, basically.
More screaming.
No, not screaming this time. This time. Oop, that wasn't the right one. Sorry about that.
Next time, remind me as I climb back into the sleeping bag with Enna. I just wrap my arms around her and I'm like, next time, remind me not to get out of bed.
She just nods her head and says, "I'll remind you of that."
Oh, it's raining?
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Probably.
You guys
like
wake
God.
up to a thunderstorm, and
Nice. I'm just lying there, and then a couple drops hit my face. And I'm like, no.
No.
No. And it starts to rain. Oh, in the name of Mr.
and you hear a lot of that same kind of complaining coming from around the camp as people, trying to get what little bit of cover they can. For the record, this is Nightal, the month of Nightal, the 12th month of the year. It is already cold.
Oh,
Now you're
no.
cold and wet.
Look on the bright side. Now the whole forest won't burn down. I'd clap you on the back. It's for the forest, Bart. Let's see them teeth. We call them smiles.
I just show you a grimace.
Good enough. That'll work.
Upside down smile.
Mortimer, roll me a nature check, would you?
Damn.
Oh wow.
Plus 8.
Um,
Jeez.
Mortimer, as the rain starts to kick in and starts downpouring, it occurs to you, it didn't seem like it was going to rain.
It has brought rain upon us.
The sky.
We should kill it.
That's where it usually comes from.
It does usually, but realize how late in the year it is. Have you ever seen rain this late in the forests?
Maybe the wood elves aren't too keen on a forest fire.
Goblin trickery. We should kill it.
At this point, you just hear the goblin just.
Yeah, like Drax said, he's hogtied and hanging off the side of my pack, so he's just kind of swinging and looking around as I'm walking.
Do you have him facing is he looking over your shoulder, or is he facing behind you?
He's looking forward.
Okay.
Behind and upside down would be perfect.
But I'm sure he swings around. Like sometimes he's back, sometimes he's forward.
Okay, that's worse, but okay. So,
he's alive, damn it. He should be grateful.
That's true. That is true.
This doesn't feel right. This rain.
Yeah, my money's on the forest elves.
Any fog that's rolling in as well, or anything?
Actually, yes. It is pretty foggy. It isn't. You can see just from the heat of the fires that are around the campfires that it's kind of pushed the fog back a little bit, but it's definitely a pretty foggy morning. Inna and Savra, as this discussion is coming up, they kind of walk up and say, so should we take to the skies and kind of scout ahead, or should we help protect these people on the ground?
I think scouting is a priority right now. And as I say that, I just flick my wrist and... No, I don't summon her. It's raining. She'll be unhappy.
I think one ahead and
Screeching.
one ahead and one behind would be best if one could keep tabs on the orcs, or at least make sure they're not sneaking up on us, and the other maybe looks for the wood elves. And speaking of that, I'm gonna go see if I can find the speakers, see if any of them might have a clue as to where the forest wood elves are.
Savra says, I'll go to look for the orcs. Inna, going ahead. And so they both mount their griffins, and one heads to the south, the other one heads north, back the way you guys came. The speaker Bjorn, is currently standing there talking to some of the people from Keldel, and when you approach, he kind of excuses them and says, I should talk to him. And he says, morning, my lord.
Right. Good morning, speaker. Would any of your folk have any inkling on where to begin to find these elves? Maybe a common trade meeting spot?
Well, usually if there was any kind of trade to be done, they would come to us.
Of course.
If we ever needed to get a hold of them, we just waited for them to come to us. It's just,
if I were to cast Disguise Self, could I make myself look like a bush? It doesn't say I make myself look like someone else.
This actually just recently came up. Let me take a look at this. You make yourself, including your clothing, armor, weapons, and other belongings on your person, look different. You can seem 1 foot shorter.
Different.
You can't change your body type, so you must adopt a form with the same basic arrangement of limbs.
Oh, okay, so no, because it would have to have limbs.
Man-shaped bush.
It's a good thought, but I don't think so, because there's other spells that can do that kind of same thing.
All right, I just wanted to see.
Yeah, good idea though.
All right, cool. Continue on. Sorry,
All
didn't
right.
mean to interrupt.
No, not interrupting at all. You're playing the game. So yeah, he tells you that, and he says, "We are, however, we're missing. Uh, Gelkin is missing his apprentice, along with Ulfgar,
Oh no!
the blacksmith, and the saddle trees, Jed and Anna. They used to run the inn.
Oh, so many scrolls lost.
Those are rather prominent characters.
The scrolls? Why, I agree.
No. uh. Well, what do you plan on doing about that, Speaker?
Well, I was hoping that you might, considering you're the expert here, if you and your people would go look for them.
Expert on what exactly?
Well, you're the ones that came to us and warned us of the orcs.
Right.
Hey, if you don't want to do it, that's fine.
I'm sorry. I personally am at a loss here in the woods. My man Mortimer seems to know a lot. Mort, what do you think?
I believe we should kill the goblin.
Well,
Bjorn kind of looks behind you and says, "You really keep that thing alive?"
for now, and I look back at it and glare at it.
He kind of mumbles a little bit behind the gag.
Look, let's stay
Bart, you would-
focused.
Take off yet?
Bart, you would recognize Ulfgar was the member of Clan Stoneshaft, by the way.
Ugh. Alright, we should go look for them.
Well, where to begin?
Have the griffins left yet?
They've already gone.
We don't have any like pack animals or anything.
There are no animals with you guys except for like Swidley's carrying a baby fox, and you've got
The goblin?
the goblin, I guess you could call. A couple of people have dogs that they brought with them, and things like that. But any kind of pack animals, there's not a whole lot of that here. Like you could probably find someone that's got a donkey or something. They loaded all their stuff onto, but it's not common.
Survival that follows tracks.
Sure.
I'm not that good on that. I mean, we could try though.
Go ahead and
Good.
roll a
Inkling.
survival check then. I'll say this.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead and roll a
Nice.
d20 for me also, Kalania. Okay. So you guys, I'm going to have Seraphima stay with her family for this, just so I don't have to run another character.
Okay.
Fair.
As the party approaches, excuse me, that part was for me. Sorry.
Real quick, as we're going where we're going, I'm gonna go ahead and pop detect magic.
Okay.
And I'm looking at the rain. I'm looking around the woods. I want to see if the rain was magically summoned and if I can see any sign of magical wood elf people.
What's the range on?
30 feet. Not long.
I'll tell you what. Because it's a good idea and I like it, and it doesn't really change anything. Yes, the rain was magically summoned.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a minute and I'm gonna cast sending, and I'm gonna send. What's his name? Grelkin?
Gelkin, yeah.
Gelkin. I'm gonna send him a message. Gelkin, if you're alive, please tell me where you are.
Nice, nice.
And if
There's
you have anyone with you.
There are a couple of seconds that pass, and you hear his voice come back, and he goes, yes. We are fine. We are alive, and I have Chandra, and I have the saddle trees and Ulfgar with me. we're fine. And he cuts off as he reaches the limit of the words.
With that, I turn to the party. Well, Gilkin is alive, and he has the dwarf with him.
Did he say where?
He didn't say where. I'll cast sending again. Do you know where you are?
We are just up the river a bit.
Up the river a bit. That's useful. I'll share that little
You're
bit
talking
of
to.
useful.
Here's the thing. You're talking to the guy that I literally described as the befuddled wizard. So.
That's right. I will use my last 3rd level spell to send a message to his apprentice. And I'll ask her the same question. Do you have any idea where you're at?
Oh God.
25 words.
Give me a minute to describe this properly. So.
Did you bring any scrolls?
I'm not going to try to keep this within the 25 word limit. Just she will know enough about this to say properly that they're not more than about 3 or 4 miles back the way you guys came. They are along the river, but kind of off of it into the woods a bit. And there is something out there, and Ulfgar is hurt.
Oh boy. Ulfgar is hurt.
That's your dwarven buddy, isn't it?
Yes. The stone shaft.
Right. This might be a good chance for you to make amends.
Self-interest, and I'll start heading that way.
You could render aid.
What, Kai?
You could render aid.
Yeah. You want to borrow my glorious steed to ride in and save the day?
Sure. Do you have waterproof packs?
What?
Waterproof packs.
No.
Do you have any? Oh.
No, I
All
do
right.
not.
And it's waterproof. I'm just saying.
Well then, let us be on. And I'll, like I said, head that way.
Yeah.
Mortimer, Codrin, what are you guys doing?
Yeah, we'll follow him.
Okay.
Where are they?
So the directions that Chandra gave you are actually really good compared to what you're getting back from Gilkin. In fairness, I might should have reminded you because it's been like 4 weeks since you spoke to him. So if you want, you can put that on me.
That's okay.
Who gave me a parachute?
You have had that. You got it from the Temple of Gond. That was an invention that.
Right.
What's his name? The Nimblewright. Nim.
Yeah. Cool.
You were warned. I think it'll work.
Right. Cool.
So you guys start heading back the way you came, and you start to look around in the area. Go ahead and everybody roll me a perception check.
Good old fantastic rolls.
Lucky 7.
So, Mortimer. It's raining.
Very good.
The forest floor is full of red and orange and yellow leaves that are covering the floor. Bart and Todrin both look right over it. But there is a reddish orange of just a perfect dome that looks just completely out of place. Todrin, how long's your detect magic last?
10 minutes.
Yeah, this would have passed by then.
Gentlemen,
Yes.
Yes, what is it?
how big is this thing?
Huh?
Jason, how big is it?
10-foot radius.
What the hell? How did we miss that?
None of you notice that
It's very well
uh,
camouflaged.
blister of the world? Look behind those two trees there. There's the curve. You see that?
There are leaves that are piled up around it. It literally looks like one of these shrubs that's autumn colors.
Well, I'll be
I
damned.
don't believe that's an actual shrub.
Good
Do I
eye, Mortimer.
Do I recognize it? Do I know what this is?
I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. Looks to you like Liam's tiny hut.
Oh, well then we can't enter that.
Who's Leoman?
Unfamous
Oh,
wizard.
He lives in the forest,
He's dead.
but he left his hut here?
It's a spell, Hindrick.
Obviously.
Quadrant.
But he left it here? No, I'm just kidding.
They're very beautiful woods normally.
Also, Mort, you were right about the rain. It's magic. And I'm going to walk up to the dome and try to knock on it.
Yeah, about the time you get to it,
Leoman, come on out.
about the time you get to it, Gelkin comes out and just seems to appear out of nowhere as he just walks right through it, and he says, welcome. Please, oh, yes. And he turns around and he dispels it, and inside you can see that Chandra is there with him, along with Ulfgar and the Saddle Trees, Jed and Anna.
I'll reach out a hand. It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Leoman.
And he goes, no, I'm not quite that skilled.
You
But
can't
I
handle a
appreciate
handshake?
Yes, sir. And he shakes your hand.
See, you were more capable than you thought.
He says, you
No,
haven't
don't
seen any.
say-
You have not seen any snakes, have you?
I can't say that I have.
Snakes?
Snakes, yes. You know, the long reptiles, about yay long, and he holds his hands out. It's like
danger
a
rope.
pretty good sized snake.
I'll look around.
Also, you guys won't see any immediate area, but you do find a dead one with the head cut off. He says, yes, we had a small run-in with that.
Seems its head escaped.
Let me guess, it bit the dwarf?
It did indeed. And we saw more on our way here, and well, that was the reason for the hut.
I'll look at Bart.
Oh, yes?
Now's your time. Step up. I say quietly.
To do what?
We just talked about this.
Well, I don't know much about healing, but what do I know about snake bites?
How about you
he just
go
kind of
check
looks
on
at
the
you.
man?
Ulfgar is close enough that he just looks at you and he goes, "Oh, no. I'm fine. I am not letting a Margaster near me. No way.
Really? Ulfgar, you'd rather die than
I'm
accept
telling
my-
you, we wouldn't be in this mess if it weren't for you. You're responsible for it."
Really? You think that I got a group of orcs together to ravage the land?
I'm not the only one that heard that orc call your name out.
Yes, because
You-
I'm fighting the orcs. Wouldn't that be what you would do?
And you led them right to us. We could
Are
have.
you serious?
We wouldn't be out here in the
Are you
woods in the middle
serious
of the
right
rain.
now?
I am serious. We would not be out here in the middle of this rainstorm, in the middle of the woods, in the middle of nowhere. We could have holed ourselves up in that mine and closed the entry, and none of us would have been bit by a snake.
This isn't my fault,
Yikes.
Ulfgar. I came through the woods to warn you of the coming orcs. They would have come and ravaged the land, with or without my presence. There's something bigger going on here than anything I've ever done. Or, well, maybe not my family. I mean, you aren't wrong to question the motives of my family, but I don't approve of those actions.
He
I
kind of
just want
raises
what's
an
best
eyebrow.
for the people.
Roll a persuasion check.
Yay!
Come on,
I
man.
like persuasion.
Come on, man.
Natural
Oh!
20.
Yeah!
Oh,
You see him kind of reach up and scratch his beard a little. And he kind of looks down at the snake bite on his leg, and he says, "All right, fine. Get us out of here."
well, how
It's-
bad
it's-
does the snake bite look?
I don't know that you've seen snake. Roll a medicine check, let's call it. 'Cause we don't do enough of those.
Can I like passively
a-
behind him look as well?
Sure, go ahead.
I've got a healer's kit. If that helps.
I'll tell you what. I'll give you advantage for the healer's kit.
Nice.
Yay! That's worse.
Oh,
I'll say, Todrin, from your perspective,
I'm silent though. I'm letting Bart do
Yeah.
this. I just wanted to eyeball it.
from your perspective, it looks like it was a venomous snake, and you guys can look at the snake and see that. But he's a dwarf, and they're kind of resistant to poison anyway, and it doesn't look nearly as bad as you would expect it to.
Right.
It's probably more of an excuse for him to bitch and complain.
Gotcha.
Bart, it's not the cleanest patching up of a wound that's ever been done in the world, but it's passable for out here in the woods in the middle of nowhere. So you guys get him back on his feet and all. And at this point, though, Chandra is saying, "There's something else out there, though." She goes, "I saw it."
Something like an orc?
No, it's bigger than an orc.
Is it bipedal?
I don't know. It was dark last night. I don't know
Do you
where
have
it
any
is.
other descriptions?
She is the smart one in the group.
Ouch, there's a wizard here and she's the smart one.
She is his apprentice.
Oh man.
She is his apprentice.
Ouch.
She says, "Look, I'm not sure exactly what it was, but I think it's either drawing the snakes or we saw more than one snake. It's either drawing the snakes or maybe it's, I don't know, but it looked like a giant plant of some sort. I didn't get a good look at it though. I don't know if it was a treant or something else."
Oh no, if it was a treant, we've got bigger problems.
Yeah, we may be barking up the wrong one with this. We need to find the elves. You want to meet up with the rest of the group and we'll get on our way?
I do
give me one
think that
second.
would be the best course of action.
All right.
Yeah.
So you guys gonna try to avoid this thing, whatever it may be?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Todrin, are you currently wearing your armor?
Yes, to protect myself from the rain.
Since you guys are all going to be trying to do this quietly, I need everybody to roll me a stealth check. And I'm going to roll one for the group of them. Which
Not bad.
they got a 16 on. That's not bad. All right,
Keep
so you guys
quiet,
start,
Bugby.
yeah. You guys start to head back, and you do find a couple more snakes that kind of slither along the ground, and one of them kind of curls up in a, at your feet and kind of hisses at you.
Hold on a second. I just had a thought. What if this thing could lead us to the Wood Elves?
What if it's hostile?
We can deal with that too.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We've got a group of people here that we have to defend.
True.
And there's only 3 of us.
We could come back.
If it's attracting snakes, I can't say that I'm very confident.
That does seem rather threatening. Alright, just a thought.
If we didn't have a group of people here, we were trying to get to safety, I would agree, but
Right.
Why don't all of you roll me perception checks, please?
I perceive danger. Much danger.
7-11.
Mortimer, you can hear something pretty big in the woods, but you can't pinpoint it. There's a lot of rain, a lot of thunder.
I believe the trees
there's
are attacking.
something out there, though.
It's watching us.
So if you guys are going to try to keep sneaking, you're going to need a whole new set of stealth rolls.
Something big. I think it might have hurt us. Especially Todrin, you're very tall.
Right, okay. And I will... Did you change it so it's just a charge to put it on, not to take it off?
Yes. I'll tell you what, before this is over, remind me, and we will change the wording on that to match that thing I sent you.
Okay, cool.
I may edit it a small bit, but I think that's a better way to do it than the way we've been doing it.
Agreed. Alright, I will nod at Mort and dispel my armor. So I'm less noisy, and we'll keep trying to sneak.
Very good.
Yay! Yay!
Oh, God!
Oh, are you shitting me, guys?
All 3 of us got natural ones! Wow!
Roll
Wow.
initiative.
That's amazing!
I don't know what else to say to that other than just roll initiative.
Fuck!
Jesus
Wow.
Christ, guys.
Just amazing.
That's crazy.
I am truly impressed.
That
is nuts.
I'm screenshotting
Wow.
that right there.
Roll initiative indeed. Good God, guys.
Roll
Jesus.
initiative!
Fuck. Why did Mortimer have disadvantage?
He's got
I didn't take my
armor.
ring mail off.
Ah. That's right, you're a cleric, not a druid.
all right.
I'm gonna fail, but not so spectacularly.
Bart.
Do I see something?
You do indeed see something.
Oh,
First,
shit.
let me know when that's all loaded.
Line of sight.
This took forever.
Whoa!
That's cool.
Is it
Off in the
dynamic? Will it
distance.
change?
Off in the distance, you see this creature, Bart.
Oh, fuck!
What the fuck is that? Does that ring a bell?
Roll a nature check. Or, I'll allow Arcana. Is a magical creature. That is a shambling mound.
It's a
Yeah, it
treat.
is.
I'll say with an 18, you would also know it's resistant to fire and cold, and it is immune to lightning. In fact,
Strange.
lightning would be a really bad idea to use on it. With an 18, I'd say.
Okay. Oh. What? Ah. Well, all right then.
What?
Holy lightning bolt that treant to burn it.
Where is it?
It's on the map.
South end of the map.
I don't see it.
Hang on 1 second.
Is that because of where I'm standing?
Might be.
It is. It's because of where I was standing.
Awesome.
Whoa! It changes. Oh.
All right. Well then, does it look like it's coming at us?
It is coming at you. You guys made
Alright.
enough noise. It is moving your way.
All right. In that case, I'm going to draw the weaver, and I'm gonna do a little flourish, and black tendrils fly from it. I'm gonna cast Chill Touch at it.
All right, go for it.
That's a miss.
is a
Would
miss.
that be plus? Would 12 hit?
Let's see. 12 would not hit.
Okay.
Do I need to
Alright.
turn your +1 on, or is it already not on, or what?
The beat. I have to apply it. It's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I just forgot about it. All right, that's me. Oh no. Sometimes the combat tracker is awesome. Sometimes I don't like it because it scares me.
What about it scares you?
It's somebody's turn move, but we don't know who.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. I see.
Like, how do I word that without giving things away?
Mortimer, it's your turn.
Let's see.
Oh,
I move. That's actually my movement. Nope, nothing more. I'm gonna cast upon my to cast guiding bolt to assist us.
That's a hit. Nice.
Excellent.
I'm then gonna cower behind the
Fair enough. I'll allow that for a free action. All right. It starts lumbering towards you guys with these big, heavy footsteps. But you can tell this thing is it's a pretty slow creature, and it's going to use its action to keep moving in your direction.
It's so cool how I could see it and then it went away and came
Yeah,
back.
just boom, boom.
This is
boom,
so sick, dude.
coming after you guys.
Kazin, the effort on the map is much appreciated.
Thank you, because it took so long.
It's awesome. I'm loving it.
it's pretty great.
Is the
All
reason
right,
it's
Hopper.
raining simply for the map effect?
It maybe. No. I had already decided it was the. Well, you already know. Basically, at this point, the rain was magically cast, so it's not a huge thing to give away. But I had already decided that when I was deciding the rest of it.
Alright, so my action will be to once again shine bright, and you hear a tinkling bit of music in the background, and you. Is that roses? As my armor flashes onto my person once again. And then I'm gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm gonna move over here and kind of stand behind this tree here.
Sure.
And I'm looking around too to see if anything else is out there. Draw my sword.
Go ahead and give me a perception check then.
Okay.
I think you've already used your action, but that's okay.
I appreciate it.
I'll give it to you.
Ooh, natural 20.
In that case, you see there are multiple snakes. This thing is basically writhing in snakes, I'll
Oh,
say with a
good.
natural 20, there's like a whole nest of snakes that this thing is like on it.
Oh, great. Hope y'all are ready for snakes. And that'll be me.
Mistiana. Actually, she should be on your turn, shouldn't she, Bart?
Yeah, I believe we share initiative, but I don't have her in summoned. She's
Alright.
away in the pocket dimension.
I'm gonna leave her on here just because we usually leave her on here, but
Okay.
that would be then down to Seraphima. She's not here.
Bundled away
So,
in a
whoops.
pocket dimension.
Back to Bart. Your turn.
All right, I am going to. Oh, it is targeted. Okay. I don't like this thing. It's scaring me. I'm gonna cast Chromatic Orb, and I'm gonna use acid damage.
Okay.
Why did I roll 2 dice?
Because you have advantage from Mortimer's guidance bolt.
Ah, okay. Not bad.
Nice.
Not bad at all.
Alright.
And then I'm gonna move over here.
All right.
Yay.
The venomous snake. That's crazy. That's so cool. I can't see some of them. I hate it. It's so
Mort.
great.
Your turn.
I am going to bonus action Shillelagh. Stand my ground and guiding bolt again.
Go for it. That's a hit. Oh, wow. Nice.
They hit the snakes.
Todrin, I will say... Actually, you can't see it from where you are, can you? Yeah, you can see it. I'll say you and Mortimer both... Actually, Bart, you can see it too. There's a very, very large venomous snake that is moving through the woods also.
Oh boy.
Hmm. I always say sword. I meant Azure Edge, obviously.
Yeah, I knew you meant. You know, it's that gnome that keeps throwing shit from behind the tree.
Oh shit, where'd you go?
Todrin, your turn.
All right. I'm going to. Man, I don't want to get swarmed. I'm gonna charge around the far side of this tree here and run up to this guy right here. Oh, it's the big one. Great. Awesome. And gonna start bringing down Azure Edge on his head. Let me make sure I've got the armor on, but the shield off. There we go.
I kind of like this line of sight thing.
I
Yeah,
kind of like
it's-
this music.
It's so great, dude.
Agreed.
Yeah, alright, so swinging at his face.
That's a hit.
That is a hit. Smash.
Yeah, the snake kind of rears its head up and bares its fangs as your edge just cuts deep into it. You leave a huge gash all the way down the length of the snake. It's like that thing's almost dead. Like it's barely hanging on at this point.
Cool, we'll do it again. Ugh.
Yeah,
No, we won't.
the second attack though, the snake kind of is writhing in such a way that the second attack just doesn't connect with it.
Alright.
All right.
I'm gonna remove Serafina from the thing here.
I'm gonna do my chromatic orb again.
All right.
This time I'm gonna do it at level 2.
Kazan, I just got your stupid Among Us thing. That's awesome. I was like, what does that have to do with... Oh, you bastard.
Could you add another 8 to that? I don't know if I can.
Yeah, I can. Sure. There we go.
Cool.
Got it.
That's me.
All right.
Actually, I'm gonna move
Go
over
ahead.
here. Hide behind the tree.
I can't see you. Where'd you go? I can't see anybody. What the hell?
Tottering snake bites you from behind.
Ouch.
You take 1 point of damage. Roll a Constitution save.
It says 0. I resisted.
As far as it's from his the piercing damage, there is still poison damage though.
Oh, okay. Sorry, what'd you say? Constitution save?
Yeah, con save.
Ouch.
All right, you're gonna take the whole 2d4 of poison damage.
So it like bites my armor and doesn't quite reach my skin, and I'm like, whew, thank God, and then it just sprays this poison all over my skin inside the armor.
Basically, yeah.
Oh, that's nasty.
I may move that one too many. I'm not sure. Mortimer, one of these snakes comes slithering up to you and strikes at you, but able to deftly dodge out of the way, and just nothing but air for him. What do you want to do?
Well, good thing I shillelied. I'm going to redirect my attentions to the venomous tree and bonk him on the head.
Give him a boop.
Boop the snoot.
Snoop boop.
Or
No.
not.
Oh.
I'm then gonna bonus action push him away.
I'll allow it.
Baldur's Gate there.
Sure.
How would we even do that? I mean, I don't know.
Technically, it's an action, but just because I think it'll be funny, I'll let you.
Yeah, I mean, is it a thing? A challenge or?
Pushing is a strength check versus their strength, I think. That's how I'm going to do it, at least.
A
Oh, yeah.
strength contest.
I hug him instead.
Wow.
He rolled a 9. So, yeah, tiny
Man,
gnome tries to
it's
push the
wet.
snake away.
It's a snake. There's
Yeah.
a lot of limbs, but not a lot of movement.
You like push the tail away, but the head is still right in front of you.
All right, Tottern, this much
boy.
bigger of the two is going to take a strike at you.
Who's a big boy? Damn it.
It did your con save on its own that time? Cool.
Success.
Should that be 2 constitution or concentration checks for the same thing? Because the damage is still part of.
What am I concentrating on?
I don't know. What are you concentrating on?
Shouldn't be anything.
I mean, it's physical and the other's poison, right? Or no? Did you double click the attack?
No, the damage is right. I'm just. You weren't concentrating on anything, right?
No?
That's weird.
I did.
There may have been something left over
Uh,
from before.
Whatever it was, it's gone because I failed. We'll never know.
Oh, it's one of your like divine smites. It's that extra radiant damage.
Hmm.
All right. Mortimer. You are grappled by the shambling mound, and you are going to suffer Oh, God.
Greatly.
that much damage. I rolled 2 8s on d8s, and it is going to engulf you.
Oh no.
So you are currently blinded as it engulfs you,
Uh-oh.
and
Oh,
I need
no.
you to. I need a saving throw, a Constitution saving throw from you. That is a fail.
Oh no.
My friend.
Oh shit. No.
Damn, what was that second bit? Is that like crushing inside or something?
Yes. So, yeah, the shambling mound engulfs a medium or smaller creature grappled by it. The engulfed creature is blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe. It must succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw at the start of each of the mound's turns. So I'm gonna take this part back because I should have read that all the way through. So you're still conscious. This is my fault. Sorry.
Whew. Do you have inspiration? You might want to use that next time. If you have it. So as you
I do.
don't die. Hopefully.
I gotta add restrained to you though. There you go. All right. Sorry about that. And Todrin.
Alright. So I'm going to take a swing at the big boy in front of me here. Hiya! That looked cocked to me. Yeah! Dead! I split the rest of his head to match his tongue. And then I'm gonna turn, hearing the and I'm gonna turn and run at this fucking thing.
All right, that other one's gonna take a it actually is a successful bite at you. You do succeed on the damage though,
Okay.
and I might as well not even bother with the piercing damage, but
Right.
still.
I can never remember. This is a bonus action? No, it's just spell slot. Alright. So I'm going to attack this motherfucker, the big guy. Oh yeah. Close.
That's a hit.
And I'm gonna second level Divine Smite, so we add 3d8 to this. Ah, come on. And then plus 7, 2, and 5, so 14 extra.
All right.
And that's me.
Bartholomew.
All right, I'm gonna step around the tree. I'm gonna start working on stakes. And I'm gonna fling a firebolt at this here snake. Snaky snake. That is
Snake.
snaky. Sweet.
Nice.
Boom. Oh, I was like, what did I do?
You blow him to pieces.
Yeah.
There's pieces of fried snake everywhere right now.
Get just a little bit further
There's
away.
there's just parts of a snake that are just steaming in the rain.
Nice.
Todrin, snake's gonna come after you. That is a miss.
Whew.
This one also, since his gnome meal has been taken away, he's gonna come after you also. He rolls a natural 1. Would you like to take a reaction attack against him?
I would. Hell yeah. This is the big one?
This is number 3 right there.
Oh, okay. Blam! Oh, got him. Cool. Les squish!
Alright. So he said that was his 15 was his grapple check, right?
Sounds right.
Yeah. Let me see here. He is ungrappled. He rolled a natural 2.
Nice. Whew.
So he comes out of it. I think that's at the end of his turn, so he would just be out of it, right?
That sounds right. At the end of his turn, he
I
tries
think
to break
so.
free. That's how it
I
usually
think that's
works.
it. Yeah. I'll say as he's pulling out of it, Todrin, it's gonna kind of turn around and focus on you behind it. That is a hit.
Uh-oh.
You are grappled now.
So, how does it engulf me?
Hold on.
Oh.
I gotta do one more real quick. Sorry. There we go. So yeah, both attacks hit you. Now you're engulfed by it. But at the end of so you are currently blinded, restrained, and grappled, and you're also unable to breathe.
And the goblin's just screaming.
And you
the
have
gob-
to succeed on a DC 14 Constitution saving throw at the start of each of its turns.
Okay.
So not yet.
Just a reminder, the goblin is strapped to my back, so he's engulfed
That is a
as
good
well.
point. That is a very good point. I will keep that in mind.
Could solve all of Todrin's problems right now.
It very well might. I will just say the last thing you hear as you're going in is and he's just shaking his head frantically.
Okay, I am in the dark, huh? So I need to try to break free.
Let me add these to you real quick. You are blinded, you are grappled, and you are restrained. There you go.
So strength check, right?
Yes.
Okay. Is there anything I can do before I do that? Probably not. Yeah. Well,
God, I just rolled a natural 2 for its strength again.
sick.
Plus
Yeah, those
4
are
for its,
actions.
so it's a total of 6.
Okay, I'll just do it. Oh, ooh, oh,
Ooh.
whew. Just enough.
You want to spit you out right there?
Yeah.
Alright.
Oh, so cold and alone.
All right, Bartholomew, what would you like to do?
I'm going to keep working on the snakes.
That thing hits hard.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's also very slow.
True.
Another firebolt.
That's a hit.
Boom.
Nice.
Yeah, again,
And-
Todrin, you're basically pelted with dead snake parts.
Take a step back.
Mortimer, are you back? I'm gonna take that as a no.
I like to imagine that I approached it and I was covered in snake bits from the first kill Bart got, and then it engulfs me, and when I get spat out the other side, it ate all the snake off me, so I'm clean again, and then he blows up another one all over me, and now I'm covered in snake bits again.
Tell you what, I think I'm gonna have him do another guiding bolt unless he gets back before I finish. Just because that seems appropriate.
Or heal me.
Uh,
Another round of attacks would probably kill me.
That's fair. Okay, he'll do a third level cure wounds on you before he leaves.
Whew.
So that is a. Hang on. Uh, 18 points of health to you.
Awesome. I got it.
If you want to, yeah, you can take care of that.
Whew, much better.
Oh, I'm sorry. You shouldn't still have those things on you. You got out. So I'm gonna. Just re-roll that. Sorry.
All good. I forgot to.
It still hit.
Ow. Oh no.
Oof.
I've been crit. Come on, baby. Whew.
Damn.
You are, however, again engulfed.
No! God damn it. Not again.
Glop.
Fuck.
Whew.
Okay, so if I choose not to use my action to try to break free, can I do other things within the limitations of not being able to see?
So any attack that you tried to make would be at a disadvantage from being just blinded.
I was thinking, and it hurt. I have a lot of lay on hands, is that right? Paladin level times 5, 30, yep. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna reach up to my own chest and use my action for 28 of the 30. Oh, wait, what?
I gotcha.
I only needed to do 20.
Oh.
There we go. Yeah, 20 to fully heal myself.
To fully heal yourself?
Yeah, because I only had... Oh, wait. It didn't... What?
It was at 48.
Oh, you put it down to 20 so fast, I thought... Okay, got it. We're good. I'll use 28. Will put me at 20 wounds.
Alright.
And... Sorry, I didn't know you changed it already.
Nope,
I knew that
that's
seemed
okay.
too good to be true. Okay, And that's... Oh, then for my bonus action... Because I can... I will cast Shield of Faith on myself as well.
Real quick, what's that do? Raises your AC?
Mm-hmm. Plus 2.
Alright. Cool.
So you just
Bart.
see an explosion of red sparks from the inside. From all the magic I'm casting.
Nice. You said no fire, lightning, or cold.
Fire and lightning is just resistant to. You think if you use lightning, it would actually heal it.
Right. Alright, well, I'm going to use Chromatic Orb. Level 1 this time. Acid, by the way. Doesn't matter. Oops, wrong button.
Inspiration?
No.
We might need it later.
I can't give you inspiration
Always.
for other things if you don't use it.
Yep.
Fine.
I'm-
I'll use my
I'm not-
inspiration.
I don't mean to push you to use it. I'm just saying I can't give you inspiration
do.
again if you don't use it now.
When you were the DM, you were pushing us to use it. Remember? You remember? I remember.
Yeah, but I give out inspiration at the start of every round. Or every game.
That's true.
It's a hit.
Got him. Ha ha!
Wow.
Acid.
Very nice.
Nice. All right.
There you go. There you
Mortimer, are you with us?
Kai. He always does this.
Going once.
I'll be right back. 2 hours later.
It's not that bad. Okay. Let's see. What can he do? That's good. I'm glad he's feeling okay now. Probably needs to see you to be able to heal you at all, doesn't he?
Yeah. That'll be my guess.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be able to see you. He's gonna cast Spirit Guardians. Why not? That'll work. So these little nature spirits in the shape of bunnies, because it's topical, come out, and he's going to move forward, and they are going to be around him in a 15-foot area. So he only needs to be about there. Say about there. He doesn't want to get too close. And at the start of each of his turns, there we go. All right. Actually, wait, that effect goes on them, not him, right? I don't know.
What effect?
I'm not sure how the thing goes for how you put Spirit Guardians on a creature. Does it actually go on the creature or on you? Do you know, Drax? You used it for a long time.
Spirit
Transference.
Guardians? It's on yourself, and it's an area around you.
Right. Okay. We'll do it that
Jeez.
way. All right. So it is currently in that area for the first time. So we will see how it handles that. It fails the save.
Sick.
There we go.
That's when we notice all the rabbits have 3 feet. What did
Wow.
it do for its turn?
Right now, it's going to try and crush you.
Oh, lovely. It's got a
So-
crush on me. Oh.
I need a DC 14 Constitution saving throw from you.
All right. Hiya! Easy.
All right, so you're going to take half of take 4 points of damage. Wow, you got lucky.
That's what they tell me. Okay, so for my turn, just gonna start waving Azure Edge with both hands around inside like I'm trying to saw a hole to get outside.
The attack will be at disadvantage, but go ahead.
Alrighty. Disadvantage. Yes. And I'll try again. Yeah. Come on, baby. Yeah, there we go.
There you go.
And I'm gonna throw another Divine Smite into this one. You just see bursts of red sparks coming out of the side of this thing. So it's that plus 2d8, which is a total of 10 more.
Do I need to add those manually?
Yeah. Yep.
All right. So yeah, you guys see the blue light of Azure Edge and these red sparks just flying through the side of this thing as one of like a limb gets lopped off of this creature.
He bit off more than he could chew. I
Right,
should have
back
waited for that till after I broke out. Damn it.
Oh my god. I'm gonna use Chill Touch. Good old necrotic natural 20.
Yeah!
Yay!
Woo! Kaboom!
Blam!
Tottering from the inside, you can feel this thing kind of almost shudder as it is just seems to almost just not really melt exactly, but it just seems to just collapse with you inside of it. And the grip on you goes limp, and you're able to crawl out of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I come crawling out. And then I say it. I guess he bit off more than he could chew.
Oh my god.
Oh, thank you for the save.
I tried.
Man, what the hell was that thing? I mean,
It was a shambling
Mound.
That one. I was like, mod?
mud.
Bleh.
Well, I guess
Let me take the things off of you here. Blinded, grappled, restrained. There you go. You're good.
Well, I hope it's safe to say it was not involved with the forest folk at this point. Oh, man. One last time before it goes away, thank you for the map, Kazan. That was a pleasure.
It was
I'm glad
pretty
you
great.
all liked it. It took a long time to do this, and I'm wondering if like a dungeon will be easier to do because it's not so much individual like lining around the trees.
Right.
But this was the first one I ever really had a chance to go to the trouble of doing it. And when I was showing it off to Mel, she was like, "Oh God, why would you torture yourself like this? It can't be worth it." I'm like, it'll be worth it, trust me. So I'm glad you all proved me right.
Very much so, man.
It's pretty sweet.
I mean,
It took a long time.
the visual effects were great, and then my favorite part was the fact that when my turn was going on, I couldn't tell where some of them were.
Mhm.
It, while we're really
So-
good at not metagaming, that forced it to where, I could
Yeah.
actually feel the surprise. Rather
So could you
than
guys see them
pretending.
like going through the trees, like they'd be in your vision and then out of your vision again?
Not while they were moving, but once you
Oh,
placed
okay.
it, it would either appear or disappear based on where it was.
It would have been cool if it worked that way, where you could see it and then lose track of it and then see it again.
That's
But
true.
anyway, I might be able to make it work that way. Let's try something out just as an experiment. I'm gonna put it back here behind this tree.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna use Todrin for my example here,
Okay.
or
There
You
we
ever
go.
lose sight of it?
Can't see it. Now I can see it. I can see it, see it, see it, see it, see it, see it. Still see it. There, gone.
That's cool. All right, enough playing around with it.
Yeah, whatever you did there at the end, yeah, it was visible until
Nice.
it passed a tree, then invisible, then invisible
Alright.
again. That's cool.
Nice.
Whew. Alright, well, let's get these folks back to the rest of the folks and see if we can find the tree folks.
All right. So
I look
You
back at the
guys-
little goblin guy.
he is dead. He is he is crushed basically beyond recognition. It's a you've got a sack of bones basically. He is just it's bad.
Oh, I feel bad. I look back and I'm like, ow, for the love of Suni.
What's wrong?
Try to do a, look at this mess.
The
Try-
goblin?
Try to do a good deed and this is how
It's a goblin, Todrin.
not anymore, it's not. I
It was.
throw
and
it down on the
doesn't
ground
matter.
in disgust.
Wow. That was funny.
Good lord.
Wow.
It's a goblin.
Not anymore, it's not. God. That's brutal, man. I love that. Okay.
Oh man.
So, with the shambling mound deceased, there are smaller snakes that kind of move out of it, and you realize that it had a nest, like it had in the manner that they're created. I'm not going to go into, but unless you want me to, Bart, you were the one that rolled high in the thing, but this thing came up under a snake nest. And it was literally carrying around a snake nest as it wandered through the forest. But
Interesting.
you just see snakes just kind of pour out of the body and just like they're running for their lives at this point,
That's pretty
trying to
cool.
get away from this. All right, so you guys lead the Gelkin and Chandra, the saddle trees, who are the in case you don't remember, they're the innkeepers from Keldel, and of course Ulfgar. Back to the others, where they have broken camp, and there's still some people that are kind of hanging around waiting for you guys, but it's like, everybody's moving forward is what I'm getting at.
Right. Okay.
And so you, tell you what, Kai, are you back?
Yeah, yes.
Hey!
All right, Kalania,
lives.
roll me a d20. How are you doing, Kai?
Okay.
How about you, Bart? Drax?
Good.
All right. Nobody needs me to stop or anything, do they? Do we want to
We
take a
need to
break?
stop
Or...
immediately. No.
I am gonna
Sorry.
step away and grab a drink of water.
All right, let's call it a 5-minute break because I gotta get something to.
Cool.
All right, I'm back.
All right.
Everybody back? Everybody here?
Righto, good sir.
Yep.
All right.
How do you do?
So, I'm doing all right. So, you guys start to get back together, regroup with the others. Ulfgar's fine. It's no worse than any of the bites that Todrin took from the snakes, at least, not the creature. But
Ow.
yeah, that thing hit hard, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys move southward through the forest here. Bartholomew, roll me a d20, and Todrin, roll me a d12.
18. Dang it.
Give me 1 second. No, not that button. Sorry. I hit the wrong thing. Sorry, guys. The asset manager's giving me a little bit of a fit here.
The asshat manager.
Asset manager.
Well,
The
it's
DM
same thing,
thing.
really.
Odd. Why is it? Okay, for some reason it is not wanting to play right, so I am going to... I'm not sure what the problem is with this, but I'm going to go ahead and just post these to Discord here instead, since it's being weird. Like I said, you guys are following the river. You come to an area where there's this beautiful
Ooh.
waterfall in the area, and you hear some murmurs throughout some of the refugees that the woods have eyes, one of them says. And I think we're being followed.
What? What are y'all talking about?
You hear one of the guys kind of respond. He's got a bow out, but he's like no arrow knocked, and he just says, I just sworn I saw something, so my lord.
Where at? Point it out.
He just points off. He says, out in the trees there. It's just, everywhere you look is trees, but everybody roll a perception check.
Fucking A. I'm gonna use my
Lots of
inspiration.
ones.
All right. I feel bad that Kylie's missing this.
Mm-hmm.
So what'd you roll in your second one?
11.
11. All right.
More ones.
So yeah, all of you are kind of keeping an eye out, but every now and then someone else will call out that they saw something moving in the bushes, but nobody really seems to catch on like what it is, and it's this weird kind of effect throughout the group that no one really wants to go looking for it either.
Yeah,
And it'll
I think I'm just gonna call out to them. It's not like they don't know we're here. So yeah, I'll step a little ways out from the group and, hey, we come in peace. We need help. Orcs burned down these poor folks' homes, and we're just looking for a place to keep them safe until the orcs move on. They're not far behind us. Please, we need help.
So there's a long time that passes between the time Todrin says what he says and hang on one second. It's almost all at once that these guys just come out of the woodwork, and it's dozens of elves just come charging out from the middle of nowhere. All of them are armed. They have weapons, and many of the weapons are pointed at you. But there's one that kind of steps to the front and says, "What happened?" In common.
Well, like I said, we were attacked by a horde of orcs. They're rampaging through the countryside, burning towns, and these poor folk were caught in the path of it.
Good goblin.
And goblins. There's a lot of monsters.
Roll a persuasion check first.
25, motherfucker.
He calls out again. He says, "How many are you?"
I look at the speaker. How many
lot.
are we?
Well, I'm one. I believe you would be an additional one.
Bjorn and Mariana both looked to each other and then back to you and says, "There's almost 100 of us."
Yeah, I'll turn back to him. Almost 100. We have women and children, too.
Keep heading the direction you are. Follow the river.
Oh, okay. Just so you know, it's a lot of orcs, like more than 100. Wait, no, it's not. How many was it again?
About
Yeah,
40.
what are
It was
we
it was in
following?
it was a lot. It was about 40.
About 40 orcs and accompanying monsters. They're following us, I'm sure. But
Why are we following the river again? What was there a town that we'd missed at the end of the river?
that was my next question.
He says, "We'll escort you. Just follow the river."
Okay.
And at that point, you see a lot of those archers that were visible just a second before almost seem to just vanish, just into the woods.
All right, thank you, kind sir. Well, let's keep it moving, folks.
Indeed.
See several of these refugees around you are like, "Wait, where are they taking us? How do we know they're going to take us to safety?"
You got any better ideas?
No.
Right. I'd say we trust him. Let limited options at this point.
So you guys keep going. You've completely lost track of the elves, but every now and then someone will point out into the woods. I think I see one. But eventually you come to it almost looks like just a giant cliff, just in both directions. There's a single cave that the river flows through, and I'll turn your attention to Discord again.
Sound an image of all of us walking and then everyone looking to the side at the same time.
I apologize that these aren't quite going into fantasy realms for some reason. I'm not sure if it's a file issue or what, but I couldn't get that one into fantasy grounds either.
Damn.
That is cool. You said the river goes through that? Just
Yes.
like in the picture? Alright, folks. I guess I'll go first. And I'll start sloshing into the water and...
And I'll say at this point that both Inna and Savra have joined you guys also. They both found their way back to you guys. Savra would report the orcs are back there, but they're quite a bit behind.
Good to know, good to know. Anna, my dear, would you join me?
Certainly, of course.
And yeah, we'll walk into that cave.
All right. And so you pass through. And at first, you walk through and it's just more forest. And then it's like you take 2 steps further than that, and you see this. The rain has long since subsided. And at this point, you're all still wet and cold, but now you're looking up into some of the tallest trees in the Westwood Forest that you've come across so far, and you see beautiful elven architecture, these buildings that no telling how old they are, how long they've been here. The woodwork and stonework is just absolutely, perfect. Would, anything here would rival dwarven craftsmanship any day of the week. And when you I'm sorry, Kylie.
You guys go through some autumn paradise.
I feel bad now. I will say that just to touch back on Seraphima, she's hanging out with the family. That she is, for one, Miles is just wide-eyed. Like, this is, he reads about the Fae and the elves and this kind of thing. It's like, this is his thing right now.
Okay.
And so she is, getting to know her baby brother, we'll say.
Yeah, I like that. That's really cool. As we're staring around just in slack-jawed amazement and all the beauty, I just reach down and grab Anna's hand as we're staring at it. And that's it.
Yeah, she's just also in shock, and he's not this aggressive. And this is probably actually a really bad picture to show right now. Actually, let me find a different one.
You're approached by an angry elf.
Yeah, the picture I had was meant for something else, and it's just it's really hard to find this particular creature. Oh shit, do I not? Okay. You see there are some elves riding hippogriffs. Not many, but they're flying in the sky overhead between the trees. And as you look up, you realize that this isn't just on the ground. There are buildings in the trees up above you.
Oh, that's amazing. Wow. Did you see this from above, Anna?
No, we didn't. Which is not terribly surprising to you, considering everything you've heard about the Wood Elves.
Yeah. Amazing.
She says, we could have flown over this a dozen times and missed it every one.
Well, lucky we
Interesting.
managed to convince him to help us then.
They lead you in, and the elves that have escorted you this far kind of file in with the group, and they form like a semicircle in front of you. There's a small ridge with just covered in beautiful ivy, and you notice that there is an elf standing up there who has a small gemstone that she seems to be looking through. I'm going to stop this pretty soon because I feel guilty. But give me 1 second here. Anyway, you see that they kind of line up in front of you guys, and it's like they're watching over you as everyone pulls in through this cavern that is the entrance here to their woodland realm. And this one long blonde hair, she's kind of looking over the refugees with a strange gemstone in her fingers. Bart, roll a Arcana check if you would.
I can do that. Look at that. 24.
All right. She, right as you realize what it is, this is a gem of true seeing. You see her point out 2 people in the refugee group, and the elves swoop in and pull them aside.
Whoa, hold on. What's going on there?
She calls out to you and she says, "Step forward, please."
Okay.
You realize the 2 people they've pulled aside are Jed and Anna Saddletree, 2 of the ones you rescued. She says, "Do you know what you've done?"
What have we done?
Rescued a bunch of people?
She hands you this gem. She says, "Take a look."
Okay, I'll kind of pan around and look at everybody through it.
It goes from, over Bartholomew, he looks normal. Mortimer, everyone else. Everyone looks normal until you get to the Saddletrees. You've seen these creatures before. And they both look just completely confused, like they don't know what's going on.
Where did we see these again?
I don't remember.
The butler of the Castellanters was a doppelganger, which doesn't
That's
mean
right.
that they're related in any way. It's just you've seen these creatures before.
Crazy.
And they're looking around, just both of them wide-eyed, and they're going, "What's wrong?" They look just completely confused.
I'm just stunned. Hand the gem over to Bart.
Again, same thing. You look over everyone else. Everyone looks normal until you get to the Saddletrees, Jed and Anna.
I look over at the elf. What does this mean?
You've brought doppelgangers into our realm.
We didn't know what they were. Are they inherently evil?
Evil? It's a philosophical question for something else. But they are dangerous. They can appear as anyone at any time.
Not with this handy doohickey.
With that, she kind of takes it back and puts it in a little pouch around her neck. She goes, "You need to speak with the council. Who's in charge? You?"
No. That would be that man over there, and I'll point at the speaker.
He kind of gets this weird look on his face, and he says, "I don't know that I would say that exactly." And he kind of looks to Mariana, and she kind of looks to you, like,
All right,
I-
fine. Yep, I'm in charge. Let's do this.
She steps forward though, and Rhea's like right on her heels. And she's Mariana says, "We should all go."
Well, I agree.
I'll say with that, Seraphima also will step forward, and we will, right about here, I think, call it for the next time.
I don't think the doppelgangers are evil. I bet they found a way to make a happy home among these villagers, and they're gonna get prosecuted by these elves
It's a possibility.
for the color of their skin.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right.
Awesome. That was fun.
And the last thing she'll say is they bring, you start to see one of these lifts that's made of wood and, vines rather than ropes that kind of lowers down. The last thing she says is, "Welcome to Lionora."
Yeah, fade to black.
Yep.
Awesome.
So
Oh man,
I would like to do more, but I want Seraphima here for the rest of it. So
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
And we
I
got
hope she feels better soon.
we got a game lined up for 2 weeks from now. So
Yeah. So just to double check, you guys, the 21st is a no-go. The 28th is
oh right, sorry, not 2
the
weeks
28th
from
is Thanksgiving weekend. So let's try for the 5th, the December 5th.
now. Right, got it.
Does that work for? Does anybody have any objections to that? I'll ask
No.
Kylie too. Okay.
I got us in
So-
my calendar. 3 weeks.
And-
Oh.
So we will try the 5th, the 12th, and the 18th, or the 19th rather. I suspect we might get one, and if we're lucky, we might get two. I don't think we'll get all three. So we will try.
Cool.
All right. So, what did you guys think? How'd you enjoy it?
I did enjoy it.
Very much,
Quite
man.
good.
The map was cool. It was really good to be back. The art for this elven village. And the forest stuff you found. That cave, so cool. What a gateway.
I got really lucky. Both of those images I found on Reddit, like just a week or two ago. I wasn't even looking for them; just stumbled across them.
It's perfect.
It's pretty sweet. You freaking mouse. Squeak, squeak, squeak.
It's perfect because it's a mouse.
Oh my god. Didn't even
Todrin-
think of that.
Todrin, I'm sorry about your little goblin friend.
I'm not. Hind is very happy to not have to deal with that anymore. We're down in the kitchen, and I told Drax, I keep trying to figure out how to ask it its name, but it's gagged. And he's like, you could take out its gag. And I'm like, no, that's dumb. And he's like, you know what's dumb? Hog tying a goblin.
Oh, goblins.
I love that he's the goblin is over here like, you could just let me go. It's like,
I planned on it. Todd planned on it eventually.
here's the thing: those elves, they'd have killed it.
True.
You probably weren't going to get into that village with it.
It's probably a good thing I didn't show up with a goblin.
You would have been questioned, why do you have a goblin? Can't just kill it. Why? It's a goblin.
Why does everyone keep saying that? I know it's a goblin. I'm trying to do a good thing, and swish, someone shoots it in the head with an arrow. God damn it!
So
I am not getting out of bed next time. Someone else can deal with that shit.
I will admit, I did not realize that shambling mound was going to hit that damn hard.
Yeah, when you said it was slow, I should have just kited it with a bow, but I wanted to distract it from Mortimer.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't get away.
In my defense, I did try to tell you it's slow.
Yeah, yep. Cool. Well, that was fun. Glad we got to play.
I'm glad you guys had fun.
Endured.
So, Drax, League, or Monster Hunter? League?
Sure.
I vote League. Alright, guys. We will catch up with you later on.
Hey guys.
Oh, shit.
night, guys.
My knees.